Okay, here we go. This is just a brief overview of what I have in mind for how science is going to go. And then I'll make individual videos for you for each of your classes. So I posted this on Band. So first into the planetarium is going to be Kratzer, Ozdike combined. My thought for that is that they're going to be in the assembly room for tin whistle, and they can do one of two things. I have this book that I thrifted a while ago that has this map. So this is the map of the Northern Hemisphere constellations as of November 1st. So they can do one of two things. You can have them take a look at this and head into the planetarium and have like one person be the map guide and have I have sheets of all of the constellations inside this map printed, so they can either try to accurately plot out these constellations, and what they would do is they would unroll a paper clip. They would hold them up to the planetarium. So let's say that they were doing the herdsman. So let's say, Beckett was in charge of the map. And so they would pick the center and then say, okay, go ahead and puncture into the paper and the planetarium the outline of the herdsman. This is not the ones I have. The other ones I have are metal, but they would poke through both the paper and the plastic sheeting in the planetarium until the herdsman was done. And they could accurately depict this. And they would have almost 30 full minutes inside the planetarium to do that with, flashlights and headlamps. I have a bunch of these actually from Jack's birthday party that I could give them, and they could kind of navigate their way in the planetarium. It's very dark. And then they could plot out on the map all of these specific constellations. If that seems like too much, then the master's class could just kind of go in there and they would be kind of puncturing these constellations wherever they want. So that would be master's. My vision of that would be on one side, wherever they decide to do. At 10:30, we have Mahala's class coming in, and Mahala's class would be a little bit different. The younger classes, I would probably have these already kind of cut and pasted onto a black cardstock, where in class you would pass out one per student, and the student would use these glow-in-the-dark stars to kind of put onto the paper, and then they would carry in their constellation and attend to their glow-in-the-dark paper. So again, every student would have an assigned, paper pre-glued. The only thing they would be doing in class is putting on their stars, and then they would go into the constellation, attend to them. Maybe they try to find their matching constellation that the master's class poked out. And if there's time, really for any class, this is a projector that has a bunch of different slides. So it would be like a true planetarium. And this would be the same for the little kids class. The little class would have, so Nelson and Young would also do the same project, go in and attend. So we have Masters going first, we have Mahala going second, we have Young and Nelson going third. They would take in their cards with their glow-in-the-dark stickers, and they would sit and talk about their constellations. And then they would do a planetarium show, and then they would leave the planetarium, and that's where Kincaid would end. And Carolyn, you could either have your kids do what the masters did, but just on the opposite side of the planetarium, if you feel like they could handle poking the stars, and maybe they don't follow the map, they just pick a place and puncture their constellations, or you can have them attend and carry in their constellations. But it's super cool. It's pitch black. Carolyn was there. Any light, any small, even if it was the size of this, would shine through and truly look like constellations in the night sky. So let me know what you think.